Well, hello there ladies and gentlemen, you're back with Dak, and today we're starting a brand new series. We're playing some more Medieval Dynasty. I say some more because obviously we've done a series on this before. We built an entire village and we completed all the storyline, but it's been a long time since I played this and there's been a massive amount of updates. Plus also, Night Raven recommended it, so you've got her to thank for it. I did enjoy this game the first time, so hopefully the new updates make it even more enjoyable. Like normal, on the first episode, I'll mention the fact that in the description below, there is 3 links. There's one to Twitch, one to Discord, and one to Patreon. If there's a way for me to name people in this game, Patreon is the best way to get your name in the game. Or, I guess, over time, you could just join the Discord, be social, and get bumped up to gamer rank. And that puts you last in the queue to get your name in the game. But, yeah, if you'd like to support the channel, Patreon's there for you. And then, obviously, Twitch is just on Sundays. I'm streaming... Well, I'm currently streaming Madison, which is another game recommended by Raven. I have to start paying you, Raven, picking out all these games, giving me all the up-to-date inside information on what we can do, or what we can play, I guess. It does say continue. I can actually go into my old game, but things won't work correctly because there's been that many updates. So we are starting a brand new game. We're just going with start game, and I'm going to shut up for a second.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks, I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
I can't remember if that intro was in the game the last time we played it. It feels somewhat familiar, but I can't quite remember. I must say I've missed the medieval music. Yes, there's a little bit in going medieval, but more like Kingdom Come Deliverance. Proper medieval music, like in this. I do like the medievally music. I'll have to add some to the Spotify playlist. Right, I came on yesterday to make sure my sensitivity and sound were okay. It should be okay, other than these dead large random things that keep popping in, but... and hopefully, my camera's in the right place. I copied my last series and put it down there. So, let's get going, shall we? The sooner I can get a bow and arrow, the better. But obviously, to start with, we're going to have to set up, like, our own house and... Well, I don't know. I don't know what the game's done to change. I've not read any of the updates, by the way, so it's not like I've got a plan coming into this. We're just going to build. We're just going to play the game. I know we're going to need to like go and woo people and get them to come back to the village and eventually find their own wife. Yeah, knowledge. Okay. So you can literally check absolutely everything, can't you? Recurve bow. That's what... No, didn't I end up using an iron crossbow in the end? I don't remember. Technology well, woodshed, simple hair. Yeah, I remember all this stuff. Mine, builder's hut, resource storage. Herbalist hut? Herbalist's hut. There we go. That's new. Herbalist's hut again. Barn, hen house. Pigsty, goose house, food storage 2, barn, stable, fold, cowshed, apiary, that's new. Windmill, that's new. Type of farm building. Workers employed here will provide flour. Is the millstone inside more effective than querns at the barn? Don't know what quern is. Kitchen. That's not new. Smithy, sewing, hut, workshop, smithy, sewing, kitchen. Market stall, that's new. Is it new? I think it's new. Sewing house, tavern. Yeah, I recommend. I recognise a lot of this stuff. But we've got to follow the quest line a little bit to start with. You've got a piggy on. Oh yeah, I forgot that when you get out of breath, he proper starts panting and going for it, doesn't he? So we've got to talk to the Castellan, who I believe is in here. Is it Q, R, E, W, V? I'm sure there's a button you press to be able to, like, get a sense. Oh yeah, you just walk into the doors. Unighost. Used to describe them exactly the same way. What? Those eyes, I didn't think I would see you again. One blue as night sky, the other black, like a lump of coal. You look like you've seen a ghost. Yeah, 'cause he's a bad guy if he's anything like... If they've not changed the storyline, that is. So you aren't one. Good. For a second there, I lost it. Haha, but your eyes, you look just like him. Sorry, you must have mistaken me with somebody new. Somebody. I'm new to these parts. Just arrived at the valley, actually. My name is Racemere. Rakemere? I'm Wanda's son. Oh god, no, not WandaVision. Aren't you? Lorden's nephew? What? Did you know my mother? Not really, I knew of her. We didn't even ever actually meet. He wanted to keep his family separate. I don't think I understand. You'll notice that I'm brilliant at reading. You will wait. Excuse me. What do you mean by did I know her? Is she well? I hope she is now, wherever that might be. I've lost both my parents in the war. Oh dear. Damn it, this world's high, I guess. It can be as cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. We'll go with number 1. They've died so I could live. I plan to make the best of my life that I can. Yep. That's very mature of you. I'm sure they will be proud of hearing that. You mentioned my Uncle Lorden. I actually came here looking for him. Arrest me. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your Uncle Lorden is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I'm so sorry. I understand how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. I know that can't be what happened. Let's go with number 2. So you probably won't tell us. Don't worry, he died peacefully in his sleep. He didn't suffer, I can promise you that. So what should I do now? You're free to go wherever you like and start a new life. I hereby grant you the permission of the Castellan to build and farm on any unutilized land in the valley. Construct yourself a house and see what comes next for you. You can even build a whole village if you please. There are many travellers passing by though. Maybe some of them would like to join your settlement. Just like that, I can take the land free of charge. Yeah, it's not quite free. Shut up, chicken. It's not quite free of charge. We have to pay taxes to the king annually, but apart from that, you are free to do as you please, as long as you don't break the laws, of course, or at least if you don't get caught doing so. That sounds amazing. The valley looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for me. I'm glad to hear that you can find resources all over the land. Grab a few rocks and sticks from the ground and craft yourself a simple axe. With it, you can cut down trees and chop them into logs. You can create a wooden hammer that will be crucial in the building process. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Just listen. When you build yourself a home, come back to Gostovia. I'll probably butcher the names again. I did last time. And talk to my wife. Yep. She manages the tavern. Ask her to feed you. You must be famished. And then grab some beer for both of us and come back. I'll tell you some stories about Lorden. That sounds like a plan to me. All the basic resources can be collected in the wild. Just look around and reach out for them. Sticks are the easiest to find, but on the other hand, stones and herbs are much harder to spot. Move the cursor on the desired item until its name is shown and collect it. Resources are used for various purposes like building, crafting, healing, or eating. Who'd have thunk it? So we need to get some sticks and some stones. Right. So I have been informed. I mean, this is where I built my my village last time. That this is still a fairly decent area to build because it's quite flat. So I may go back there again. Right, let's see if the stones are still as difficult to find as they used to be. I believe we can go down here and find some reeds. Like sticks. That's stone, I see. It's a skill, isn't it? The, what is it? Being able to spot things at a distance. I'm sure it is. Another stone. They're a little bit easier to see. To cut down a tree, you'll need to have an axe. This tool can be brought or crafted in creation menu in the handcrafting section. Equip the axe in one of the quick slots at the inventory and take it out. Approach a tree and start. I think we know how to chop a tree down. Handcrafting. Stone axe. There we go. And if we go into our inventory, this is currently on slot 1. I mean, that seems fine to me. So, we need to make a wooden hammer. What do we need to make a wooden hammer? We need 1 log and 10 sticks. Okay. Well, we're at 10 sticks. And then begins the grind. Timber! And chop the extra things off. I mean, there's the 1 log we need for the hammer. So let's make that straight away. And wooden hammer can go on 8, I guess. And what else do we need? We need to get some straw, and we need to cut 4 more trees. I'm not going to bother getting the straw until we're over this way, because isn't this the beginnings of us building a house? And last time I just chopped trees down willy-nilly. I can't actually remember how you get straw. You whack bushes. No, that's how you get berries, isn't it? 'Cause you go foraging. Sticks. Just keep running. I know, foxes. Do they still make the weird noise, or am I thinking of the infected? Come on, throat, for God's sake. What is this? It's an overturned cart. Okay. So last time I didn't go quite far enough over to get onto the flat section. I think this time we need to go a bit further over. Right, this is the flat area. We literally built here last time, didn't we? Stop panting, good God. By the signpost, if I remember correctly. But it is better if we come further across this way, because it's flatterer. Yes, I said flatterer. And what? Yeah, right around here. This is nice. I don't watch other people play this game. I assume a lot of people build in this area, because it's nice and flat. Each to their own, I guess. Right, we've only got to chop the trees for now. I've not got to worry about getting the wood. Spotted moose? Did mooses used to be in this? I haven't played this for... Well, I should really have checked when my last series was recorded, shouldn't I? I may have to adjust the sound effects volume. It's a little bit loud. Yeah, what? Settings. Sound. Let's bring it down 5% as a whole, and then sound effects can come down a little bit as well. C to accept, and we'll leave that there. I thought I'd got it about right, but... Ooh, we've got loads of berries here. Yeah, that seems a bit better. Straw. If we go to journal... straw. Where do we find straw? I assume in knowledge it will tell us. About management, develop, blah, 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 blah. See, this is all tools, isn't it? I'd have thought you'd have needed a sickle. Hold the phone. Seeds, manure, salt, flour, straw. Type of building material collected by picking up reeds. Oh! I thought reeds gave you reeds. I'm a fool. So, this should be just a little bit down here. Just a little bit. Oh. I've got to press and hold. God damn it. Now, eventually, when you get points into this, can't you get more than one from picking these up? And this does all grow back, eventually, over time. I ended up deforesting most of the area last time because I was a little bit ham with the logs. But once you get people doing it for you, hello? You don't actually see the trees go down anymore. Building menu can be accessed through the creation menu. Select the building you wish to construct. Find a proper place for it. Structures cannot be built too close to other villages and require a relatively flat surface. To fully construct a building, you'll need a hammer equipped. While building houses, you can choose the material you wish to use for each wall and roof module. They will become visible only when the hammer is taken out. Okay, so. Building. Oh, yeah, no. You. Building. Houses. Oh, back to the beginning. A simple small house, not a small simple house. Right, I don't want to make the mistake this time of building too close to that road, so I'm going to assume we're going to build a road coming off this. That's going to go round about there. Hermitage achievement. Oh, there's achievements in this game now. Reach Hermitage development level. Now, I wonder how many achievements there is to get in this game, because it's been a while since I fully completed a game, to be fair. We need stones. I shouldn't smack things like that. These stones are loads easier to see. Or if they just put more in. I want the... Give me this stuff. Not the days, for God's sake. We need 10. Gimme. 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 Stones used to be ridiculously difficult to see. I had Raven on Discord pointing them out all the time. Not that that's a bad thing, but... Oh, I can't just click and hold. I've got to button bash. Boom. And now we need a load of logs. Oh, looky. I prepared some over here. I've actually got some on me already. I'm just going to take that, and that. And that. I forget how you see your carry weight. To be somewhere on the HUD. I mean, it's going to tell me when I'm over encumbered anyway. Oh yeah, it appears on the bottom left. See, at this stage, that's not that bad. Yeah, I've not got to run all the way around. But one too many logs. Boom. So, door there. Stone wall with door. You know what? So long as this isn't too bad. This is a window, isn't it? Them stones don't seem mega bad. Wall. Stone. Okay, then it might seem a little bad. We're going to need a lot of stones to do this. This is my first house. Well, in this series, anyway. I want it to be done properly. Walls with windows. Windows. And don't forget up here. Stone walls. Thatch roof. Now, we can't do a wooden tile roof. We can't do a wooden roof either because we need planks. We're going to have to do a thatch roof. Right, just pray that there's enough flipping stones along the edge here to get all this done. How's about we sort the logs out first, being as though we've still got some around here. And we can just gather stones as we come across them, at least for now. Feathers. We're probably going to need those for arrows later down the line. I just picked up a stick. I guess most of this first episode is going to be us running around looking for stones. Another tree. Gimme. Gimme. Cool. Another stone. See, the all roundabout. I just remember it taking me ages, the first series, to find them until Raven pointed out how easy they were to see. Water. We can just literally run to the lake and have a drink, I believe. Timber. I know I'm carrying too much. It'll be fine. Just grab a few more. See, I'm fairly overweight. I could just drop these and roll them down the hill. I probably should drop these and roll them down the hill. It's fine. A couple more stones on the way. See, if I'd have been sprinting, I'd have probably walked straight past them. Oh, new level in survival. We'll have a look at that in a second, although I'm surprised there's not a pop-up telling us how it works. There normally is. I'm coming, Haas. I'm coming! You've got to remember, there are 4 actual seasons to this game. You get 3 days in each season if it's not changed. Stones are quite heavy, apparently. I may have got too many logs. Hold the phone. I take back the too many logs part. I actually need 3 more. That's like 1 tree. Let's do that right now, shall we? Stones. Stones. Yeah, I was walking around looking for stones like this. I did the same thing when I played Rust for the first time back in the day. Just like, why can't I pick up these stones? It's a stone. Yeah, they're not the right stones. You need little stones. Right, you're going to be my final tree. I'll go get a drink in a minute. Don't worry about it. In fact, we'll look at a level up in a minute. We'll look at a level up now. So if we go to skills, we go to survival, we can pick from these 3. So more experience gained from survival activities. 2 degree more temperature tolerant. Okay. 25% higher poison resistance. That wasn't really a problem the last time I played. This eventually becomes worthless. I guess the temperature. Because that is going to be a problem. I think you used to get cold. Again, it's been a while. Please say you've given me 3 logs. Good. Let's go down, let's throw our logs in, and then we've just got to go hunting for the stones. And 1 for this end. I guess we might as well carry on with the wall that we've started with. Right. I didn't even work out how many stones we needed to start with. I'm just going to assume an absolute shed load. But we're just going to come down here for a little while. That was a stick. And grab all the stones we can get our hands on until we start getting over encumbered. Will you stop trying to get me to pick your daisy? They've got to have upped the amount of stones on this. This is loads easier than it was, although we've quickly depleted that source of stone. Alright, we'll end up getting a mine later on. We'll be inundated in stone. Hey, this is dead easy. Dead easy. I don't see the point in us starting out with a rubbish house, only for me to have to knock it down later. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Crap. Because that's what I did in the last series. I utched my village up like a couple of meters. Then, well, I'd like to just get to the bigger houses as soon as possible, if we can, really. Wouldn't everybody? So I don't have to keep redoing buildings. Boom. New building unlocked. Well. Oh yeah, still not had a drink. Whoopsie. Hope you weren't thirsty, dude. Or too thirsty, I guess. Boom. Oh, look at that. Enough to get this wall done. I mean, I've got enough room that I could hopefully get a well next to here. Right, let's go get a drink. Because my dude is starting to get a little bit thirsty. And, you know, this is before a time when pollution was really a thing. So let's just... Well, there might be some horse manure in here or something. But we can just go into the river and drink it. Or... could you get dysentery from the river now? Is that a thing? I literally lived off this last time, the river. It turned out fine. Don't know, though. Don't know what they've added. There could be some more illnesses and stuff. So like I say, the poisoning thing wasn't really that much of a problem. So long as you didn't eat, like, rotten food, which, you know, I'm not in the habit of doing, because that's fairly disgusting. I can just hear Raven right now. She's not actually here, watching on Discord or anything. Well, I'm not streaming on Discord, to be fair. I can just hear her saying, you've missed one. There's one over there. You've missed one. She does it even though I whip round. Break my character's neck spinning round with the amount of GeForce. She can still spot when I've missed one. Stop it. You keep trying to get me to pick your freaking plants up. I don't want them. I know this makes me more over-encumbered, but... yeah, straight in with a stone house. I'm loving it. Oh yeah, you move slightly faster at a diagonal, don't you? So if you can get diagonal but go in the straight line that you want to go in, you're moving slightly quicker. I remember that now. Hopefully, with the experience that I had from last time, I can put it into this series and come up with something even better. Although I was dead proud of the village that we finished off with last time. Not to be modest, but I think it looked pretty good. Not to be modest. Yep, probably not the way that sentence should have worked. We need 4, 8, and then 2 logs. Oh, I need 2 logs for in here. 8 stones. I can do 8 stones. We will get our house set up before the end of the day. Excuse me. Food is essential for survival. When the food parameter is depleted, you'll start losing health. You can obtain various nutrients from foraging, hunting, and farming. All the food resources rot over time and may cause food poisoning. Discover different ways to preserve it for longer, such as drying, salting, or preparing meals. Yes. I don't think there was any of that in it last time. I will take the St. John's wort. So if I remember correctly, that's for healing. How many stones did I need? Like 8 or something? We should probably go a little bit over 8, just to make sure I don't run back and not have enough. I think we've picked this... oh. You need to build a house or craft a campfire. Sleeping is available between 7 PM and 7 AM. If you choose to sleep, your character will wake up the next day's morning. Sleeping in your bed restores small amounts of health while resting by the campfire does not. Going to sleep during season change will always result in waking up in your own house. We don't have to sleep. I can just keep working through the days if we want. Ooh. Yay, rot. Yeah, I need to get back into that. We will need rot later down the line. So I don't think I'm just being weird and picking rot up for no reason. In fact, I'm sure we got to... No. I ended up with thousands of rot by the end of it. Oh, God, there's even more stones across this way. 10 stones should do it. Yeah, I ended up with thousands and thousands of rot because you needed it for animal fertilizer, sorry, not feeding animals, flipping rot. I think I may have misjudged how many stones we needed by missing an entire wall. Excuse me, door decorations. Oh! Empty. I mean, the empty looks a little bit weird, but... Planks, logs, iron bars. That is a fancy-ass door. 4 more stones. God damn it. Is this some I've missed over this side that's a little bit closer? 1. I could go get some berries to eat. 2, 3. That's reeds, damn it. Come on, give me a stone. I saw you. Get out of the reeds. We'll need reeds anyway. Thank you. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, you can't jump over the fences. Parkour. And just tap you up here. Right. I need loads more straw, don't I, as well? Excuse me, what? Oh, it now puts all... Oh, no, it doesn't. Ignore me. I think we've already gathered the straw that we need. So we need a log for up there, 2 for inside. We need 5 logs. We can get 5 logs. Come on, night time's coming in quickly. Should I go and grab some berries quickly? I mean, we've got some right here. No, we haven't. The sticks, which is the berry bushes. These ones. Now, these are unripe, so no, we can't eat them actually. Right, I'm going to stop right now. I believe you can also chop the tree stumps out. For now, I don't want to chop any tree stumps out. I just want to go with it and see what's occurring. Yes, that was my attempt at being Welsh. Apologies to anybody that's Welsh. It was terrible, I know. Don't be over encumbered. Cool. Cool. Don't be over encumbered. Yours. Right. We should be able to finish up our first house here, shouldn't we? Boom. Boom. The thatch roof doesn't quite suit, but... Boom. Construction complete. A new home. Chapters are a series of missions that appear at the beginning of the game and introduce you to the game's mechanics. It also assists you in the initial stages of your new settlement and construction. Completing chapters allows you to unlock the next development stage, which determines the maximum limit of buildings you can construct. Okay. So if we go to... Not there. It's here, isn't it? Chapters. Get to see... Oh, there's now water demand. I don't think water demand was a thing before. Technology. Yeah, we unlocked the well. We're not far off the resource storage, which is going to be good. We need 50 points out of 50 points. Excuse me. Does that mean we just this second unlocked it? Let's get out of there. Oh, chapter 2, the survivalist. Or we've got to go talk to what's-her-face. How's about... I might as well save this. We drop off you, drop off you for now, drop off you. Simple torch. We can have that on our hotbar. Drop the sticks off. Drop the straw off. Just trying to drop off anything that we don't need right this second. You know, lighten the load a little bit. Wooden hammers down to 9.3%. Inventory. Simple torch can go on 7. Excuse me. Can I not put this onto a certain item? Oh, what? Well, stone axe needs to be on 1. Fair enough. Right. Let's go talk to what's-her-face. Hear Unigas story, and then I think we can finish off for today. I should really get a screenshot of the house, but we'll be coming back there anyway. Discovered animal spot. Duck. Does this all show up on the map, by the way? It does not. You're telling me all these things, different... That's new. You're telling me all these things. I don't have a clue where they're going to be later on. I'm going to completely forget. I can tell you that right now. Have you got to buy animals still in this, or can we go out and find wild animals? You know, just like wild cows walking around. Realistically, it'd be a thing, wouldn't it? I've got an axe. And my axe. I'm not afraid to use it. Yeah, probably shouldn't be running through the forest at night. Seems a little bit creepy. Alright, nothing's going to get us. There's no wolves or anything around these parts. If I remember correctly. I had a map last time that showed me where to hunt different animals. This is a quest much, much later down the line where you've got to go hunt like 10 wolves, a couple of bears, this, that and the other. Hopefully they're still awake. The tavern should be still awake. Look how many quests there are. What the crap? We've got to be careful with what quests we take, though, because if we can't actually complete it, then there's no point taking it. There's somebody there that we could recruit. Not that I think we should be recruiting anybody just yet. We've got nobody here for them to live, not unless they're coming to live with me. Ah, they changed the tavern. It actually looks like the tavern that we end up building now. Is she not in here? It's not that late, is it? It's like 9 o'clock. Looks like she's up this way. Is it you? Yes. Hello, what can I help you with? We're just going to call her Deborah, because I can't say that name. It's probably something close. Right, nice to meet you. I'm Racemere. Nope. That's right, nice to meet you too, Racemere. What brings you to me? Unigas told me that you can pick me up some food. I haven't had a proper meal. Yep. Number 1. Well, it depends what proper means to you, but I can offer you something warm and filling. That sounds more than amazing. Porridge, yay! There you go. Now tell me something about yourself. How do you know my husband? There's nothing much to say, really. I've just arrived at the valley looking for my Uncle Auden. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Ah, yes, he was Unigast's friend. I remember now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay, I don't even remember him, really. Most that I know about him is from my mother's story. She always looked up to his big brother, loved him furiously, even though he stopped visiting. Lots of people did, from what I heard. There was something special about him, yeah. Tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about filling on your own. Every man is the architect of his own fortune. Sounds so cheesy. Thank you for saying that. It's what I needed to hear, but let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? Oh my god, the reading. I was part of a travelling band of troubadours. I never managed to learn how to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unigas for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Lorden wasn't just his friend, he was part of him. Okay. It's a little bit too much. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unigas' presence that I simply knew was my place. That my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. No, not really, because it's pitch black out here. What are you implying, that I look old? Nothing of the sorts. Anyway, so it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that, or blindness, or stupidity. Poor judgment, maybe. Whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like. You fell hard for the grandpa with sad eyes, and you know it. That sounds like sarcasm. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else yet. I can't imagine breathing without him now. Not being without him, breathing without him. But don't let me go all soft on you. Surely you've got a place to go. It was a pleasure talking with you, Deborah. Every second of it. Here, thank you for the torchlight. Although you're still not... There we go. I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coins these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm rude. But I'm not looking for a charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero, men. Alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout, it's just your first to pay. Then I can agree on what do you need. There's a farm in the village called... Yep, that. She usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't got any from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what will happen if these people... when we run out of beer. Consider it done. While we're speaking of beer, Unigas asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. You promised to tell me some stories about Lorden. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, haha, thank you. Dun, dun, ba-dum, bum. Right, I think we need the torch out now. Torch. And I'm fairly sure We'll just wake him up. Yeah, that's fine. Race me here. Yeah, Unigesh, you're looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beer. Oh my god, too many bees. A job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. I knew Lorden for 22 years before he died. He was my best and truest friend, brother actually. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Yelenberg? Yeah, I probably said that one wrong as well. Where I was born, you could say I hated that place, but still, it was the only home I'd ever known. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about it. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did. Doing the only thing I could do. This torch best not be burning still. Stealing. You're a thief? I was a bloody good one, if I might say. No, picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from your fork, and you wouldn't even notice. I'm fairly sure I would. Have you seen me? I enjoy my steaks, thank you. It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the process. Stealing is still a crime no matter the motivation. Yes. I'd say you'll want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry, go on. We had an annual festival at Yelenberg. I always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to the town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coin here and there, some jewellery, a pair of new boots. And then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be set free. I sneaked behind him in the crowd like I did 1,000 times before. Child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear like always, and then wham! Pow! Right the kisser. I was punched in the face by what felt like a bull. And I was so shocked I didn't even realise what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding, I could barely see straight. And do you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? Haha, no, a smile, a big, radiant smile on the face of the man who, with two different eyes, it was your Uncle Lorden, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me up, and offered me a beer. Haha, just like that. Yeah, why not? Just like that. That's just how Lorden was. You see, my uncle was deadly clever, smartest man I ever known, hands down. He could see the world like nobody else, predict things. He was always at least a dozen steps ahead of anybody else. So on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. Indeed, apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came closest to robbing him, and he liked that. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at that moment, so we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. Your story's going on a little bit, dude. In the matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table, being serviced by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind, there was only one explanation. He owned the place, and did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Jagenberg, even bird. There's no bird there. It all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me being dazed after the punch. I was sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved. And then he chugged a beer like it was a race, wiped his face with his sleeve and burped like a drum. Yummy. He went from the lord to the savage just like that, snaps fingers. Just like that. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realised why he did that. It wasn't a mistake, oh no. No laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That he was full of crap, ha ha ha. You see, Racemere, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. Imagine a closed door with two armed guards at the side. If you want what's inside, what are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick the lock, but Lorden, he just holds his head up high, walks right in and demands the door to be opened. You're right, that sounds surreal. Yeah, we'll go with surreal. My mother's stories were quite different, because I'm afraid she knew quite a different Lorden than me, than everybody in the pack. Wait, the pack? Oh, come on, dude. I don't need your life story. Oh dear, Racemere, there's so much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. You're damn right. Come on. You can't just leave me hanging like that. You can! Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more after the beer we had. We had a couple more. Then some mead, if I remember correctly. We were talking about our past, our dream convictions. Started making some drunken absurd plan. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember, I'm waking up in silk sheets. I'm guessing they weren't yours, correct? Are you kidding? It was the first time I'd even touched fabric like that. The ceiling in the chambers was so high, I could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servant walked in. I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Lauden's doing. I never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter. Even years after, needless to say, I left Jagenberg with him on that day, the first time I went outside the town's walls, and never came back. That was the day the pack was born, and 3 years later, there were 5 of us, a real team, a family. We called ourselves the Remainders. The Reminders? The Reminders, not the Remainders. Learn to read. Oh, how I wish I could have been there. It all sounds incredible. I never had inventions like that, and probably never will. You are now, dude. Easy, my boy. It wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a tale for another time. It really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow. We'll talk some more. I'll do that. Thank you, Unigast, for everything. Wait for the next day. So, we are starving to death. Let me eat one of these, because these are going to go off quite quickly. Is that my torch durability on the bottom left? No, that's drunkenness. Oh, that's why my vision's blurry. Anyway, I'm going to run back to my house, which is technically miles away at this point, go to sleep, and then we'll carry on the story in tomorrow's episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. It does really help out with the very first episode, getting the likes out there. Then more people come and watch, and I can keep making this sort of content. All comments and feedback are greatly appreciated. I'm going to need some more tips on top of last time, because obviously there's loads more stuff that's been added to the game, so yeah, feel free to let me know. And if you've enjoyed what you see, feel free to subscribe as well. Plus, like I say, don't forget about them 3 links: Discord, Patreon, and Twitch in the description below. Other than that, though, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.